Now, if you start to believe some of the views that are being shared by different people and have been around for some time, well, perhaps it's not all literal. Perhaps it's not somewhat mythological. That's the way ancient people told their histories years ago. It was all mythology, they may say. And so, Adam sinned. Is that all true? Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in transgression. We also see in 1 Corinthians 15 and verse 45. See, Adam is not just mentioned in the first few chapters of Genesis. In 1 Corinthians 15. 1 Corinthians 15 and verse 45. And so it is written, the first man, Adam, was made a living soul, and the last Adam was made a quickening spirit. If we put questions, if we wonder if this is accurate and reliable, that God is the creator of heaven and earth, that he spoke it forth, that it wasn't after millions upon billions of years of death and suffering, and then eventually maybe a man named Adam came along, and you say, I've never heard these things. This is actually quite popular. Blending secular views of our origins with the Bible. This has been happening for some time. The view has been shared that time and death was there before Adam, which flatly contradicts the Bible. Even before you get on to the whole idea of, well, how do you know what day means at all if you don't accept that it's 24 hours in this first chapter of Genesis? Some say, well, it's poetic. Even the poetry in the scriptures has a concrete meaning. But even apart from that, there's nothing in the Hebrew to indicate that there's anything poetic about Genesis chapter 1. If we turn to Exodus chapter 20 and verse 11. Exodus chapter 20 and verse number 11. I hope we can agree that Exodus 20 is not poetic at all. Exodus chapter 20 and verse 11. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Oh, and by the way, perhaps 3 or 4 of those days were millions and billions of years. That doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? It may seem like I'm ridiculing. There are men who you read, and I believe that they're sincere Christians. There's a thing what you call blessed inconsistencies. But this will erode the foundations. Perhaps not necessarily with you, although I think it affects you far more than you realize. It will certainly undermine the foundations of your children, because they will probably follow through to its logical conclusion far more than you do. If we lose that God is creator, we also will inevitably lose that God is Savior, that God is all-powerful. And if we believe that the Bible is unreliable on this topic, man is wiser, ignore it on these topics, oh, it's okay on this topic, but not on that topic, then we're reaching a dangerous place.